Thank y'all for being here today. I'm Joseph McGregor, and I'm here to present the Shaw High School Climate Survey for the 2016-2017 school year. First off, what is a climate survey? What are the steps that go through the process of administering one? First off, we administer the American School Climate Survey to 20 faculty and staff members at Shaw High School in Columbus, Georgia. Now, once the surveys are turned in, we take a look at the results, tabulate and record them in an effort to provide insight into possible areas of improvement inside the high school at Shaw with the faculty members. Another neat thing you can do is by taking the data that we see here and see where we need to improve as faculty and staff. You can also take the data from student assessments, milestone testing, course tests, and kind of blend those together and see how can we formulate a further improvement plan for the school as a whole. While looking at the data, we identified 3 areas in particular that we deemed areas for improvement. And again, this is meant to be as a tool or a resource for us to get better. All right, it's not something to call anybody out. It's not something to be doom and gloom. It's a method that we can use to make sure that while we ask our students to improve, we're also making sure that we improve as a faculty and a staff. The first area for improvement that we identified is through professional development. Now, according to the Georgia Department of Education, and data revealed in the 2017-2018 Comprehensive Needs Assessment Report, schools may be assessed in the following areas in terms of professional development. The first one is establishing a culture of collaboration among administrators and staff. Are we working together as professionals to make sure that we continue to improve our school? Using multiple professional learning designs to support the various learning needs of the staff, and aligning professional learning with the needs identified through a variety of data. Are we taking the assessment scores that we get back from student tests, looking at that and trying to figure out ways that we can change our instructional strategies to meet the needs of our learners? Now, the way that we identified the different areas as areas for improvement were based upon the results from the climate survey. For instance, one item on the climate survey said, I'm currently pursuing opportunities to improve myself as a teacher. And of that, we had 9 that said they disagree with that statement, and 4 faculty members that said they strongly disagree with that statement. So 13 of the 20 faculty members that took the climate survey said that they are not currently pursuing ways to improve themselves as a teacher. I think that speaks for itself. If we're asking for our students to improve, then we need to ask ourselves to improve as well. Also, there are sufficient opportunities to learn new instructional methods. Now, I found this one to be interesting as to why, if you really look at the results or the data on this, is if you see, in terms of sufficient opportunities to learn new instructional methods, you had 5 faculty members said they agree with that, and you had 5 faculty members said they disagree with that. All in all, you had 9 total that disagreed in some way with that statement, while you only had 1 less, 8 total, that agreed with it. Okay, and the reason that we identified this as an item that we could improve upon from a professional development standpoint falls right here in the middle with your 3. Okay, and what that means is if you have 3 people that are not sure if there are sufficient opportunities to learn new instructional methods, then we as administrators are not doing a good enough job of promoting those opportunities. So we group that in with the disagree. So now you have 12 out of 20 faculty members that either do not believe that there are methods to learn new instructional methods, or they don't know. So that's why we added that in as an area for improvement. Now, that's what's wrong. How do we fix it? Okay, many school districts are going to professional learning communities, or PLCs. And basically a PLC is a collaborative tool for instructors of like curriculum to work together to develop new ideas in terms of instruction methods, in terms of assessment methods, in terms of going in and breaking down those assessments so that we can continue to grow not only as a faculty and a staff, as a teacher, but also help guide instruction for our students. In fact, according to Morrissey, PLCs offer an infrastructure to create the supportive cultures and conditions necessary for achieving significant gains in teaching and learning, for assisting teachers to become more effective in their work with students. So that was our first area of improvement. It goes through school professional development, again, both as teachers and as administrators. Our second area for improvement, is school environment. Once again, according to the Georgia Department of Education and the Comprehensive Needs Assessment Report, Schools can be assessed on the school environment based on establishing a culture of trust and respect that promotes positive interactions and a sense of community. And that's both with administrators, staff members, students, and family and members outside the school. Also, recognizing and celebrating achievements and accomplishments of students and staff, and establishing a culture that supports the college and career readiness of students. That's what we're here for, to make sure that these students, when they leave us, are ready to go out and be a contributing factor, whether it be in colleges, community colleges, or in the work field. Now, again, we went through and identified certain items off the climate survey, and based on those results, we included school environment on our area for improvement. The first is administrators at this school trust my professional judgment. And if you see right here, you start at the bottom with strongly agree, working all the way up through the spectrum to strongly disagree. And right here, you see that 10 faculty members of the 20 that completed the survey said that they disagree that administrators at this school trust my professional judgment. That's going to obviously cause for a tense workplace when you feel as though your boss or your administrators don't trust you as a professional. Also, students at this school would not be successful at community college or university. Kind of a tricky question in terms of the way it's worded, but would not be successful. And as you see right here, you have 11 of the 20 that were surveyed agree with the statement that they do not believe our students will be successful at a college or a university. But take into account right there with these 3 right here in the middle that says you're not sure. If you're saying that you're not sure if your students are ready, that's a nice way of agreeing with that statement. So if you look at it from that standpoint, we have 14 of the 20 faculty members that took the survey were not sure, are not confident that our students can go out and be successful at a college and university. Again, that's going to create a very tense environment inside the school, and one where the morale is very low. So again, we've identified an area for improvement. How do we fix it? Obviously, any way that we can promote positivity through the interactions through administrators to staff members, administrators to students, and staff members to students, and student to student, is going to do anything but to take in our achievement. In fact, according to a 2017 study, it shows that students have higher achievement levels when their teachers enjoy teaching and believe that they're making a difference. Furthermore, when students are with unhappy teachers, were placed in learning environments with strong PLCs, again, going back to our professional development opportunities, their test scores improved. All right. Now, the third area for improvement that we identified based on the climate survey is parental involvement. Once again, according to the Comprehensive Needs Assessment Report, schools may be assessed in this area based on creating an environment that welcomes and encourages family members. Family members aren't just going to come be a part. Are we going out of our way to make sure that we're letting them know that they are wanted and they need to be a part, and they are a vital role in their students' achievement. Establishes structures that promote clear and open communication, especially in this day and age with the technological advancements that we have. There's no excuse not to be communicating with the parents and the members in the community. And also communicates academic expectations and current achievement status. Once again, with the advancement that we have in technology, it is unacceptable for parents, to find out that their students are not being successful academically when they get their report card. Some of the items that were identified off the climate survey that led us to place this as an area for improvement. I have met most of my parents, my students' parents are adult caretakers. 50% of our faculty members said that they strongly disagree with their statement, that they have not met a parent or a caretaker, along with another 30% saying that they disagree with it. So 80% of our faculty said they disagree with the statement that they have met a parent or adult caretaker. We've got to be able to get these parents more involved. Parents are supportive of the school and its activities. Again, 50% say they disagree, with another 25% saying they strongly disagree. So 75% of our faculty disagree with the fact that the people in the community, especially the parents, are supportive of what it is that we're doing. Again, there's a problem. What's the solution? Long story short, find a way to get the parents more involved. Children whose parents are more involved in their education have higher levels of academic performance than children whose parents are involved to a lesser degree. The influence of parent involvement on academic success has not only been noted among researchers, but also among policymakers who have integrated efforts aimed at increasing parent involvement in the broader educational policy initiatives. Okay, so there's also research backing up what we already know as common sense. The more that we can get the parents involved to kind of close that gap or bring it full circle between administration, teachers, students, and then what goes on at home. We only have them for 8 hours a day. Okay, so we really got to bridge that gap, especially for those students that aren't, successful or as successful as they can be from an academic standpoint. Now, those are three three areas of improvement that we've identified. Another tool that we have that from Lozette and are the 7 correlates of effective schools. Are basically 7 characteristics that they have identified to be part of schools that have high achievement. Okay, and they include instructional leadership, clear and focused mission for the school, safe and orderly environment, and clarity of high expectations, frequent monitoring of student progress, positive home-school relations, and opportunities to learn and student time on task. Now, if we take the 3 areas that we identified as areas that need improvement, okay, and we can identify those to go hand in hand with the 7 correlates of effective schools. Our first area, we said, was professional development, which can go along with instructional leadership, can go along with clear and focused mission for the school, as well as clarity of high expectations. We also said the second area was for school environment. That again can go for clear and focused mission for the school, safe and orderly environment, clarity of high expectations, as well as opportunities to learn and student time on task. And the last area that we just talked about was parental involvement. And that can really go across the board as well, especially for frequent monitoring of student progress, positive home-school relations, and also opportunities to learn and student time on task. So that is the Shaw High School Climate Survey for the school year 2016-2017. Again, it is a tool that administrators can use along with other resources such as the 7 correlates of effective schools according to Lizette, as well as the student assessment data on Georgia milestones and other end-of-course tests to kind of bring those all full circle to improve, to formulate plans that we can improve as a school. So here are the references that I used for this presentation today. I hope you found it helpful. Thank you for being here.